Hi, this is Kendra filling in for Alex, and you're watching TruebieTV. So I'm going to be talking about the latest episode of True Blood, Night on the Sun. So if you haven't watched it yet, this is your official spoiler alert. So first of all, we started right up where we left off last episode, in the hospital with Sookie. And everyone is immediately freaking out on Bill for showing up at the hospital, since while he saved her with his blood, he's also the one who did that to her and made her almost die in the first place. So they were all really angry about that. But Sookie made them all leave, and she chatted with Bill for a little bit, and basically it ended with him saying that he loved her, but he wanted her to have a real life with the kids and everything. So he basically left her in the hospital. It was very sad.
I want you to have the life you deserve. And I cannot give it to you.
And some other episodes highlights included a big surprise for Arlene. While it was a dream, she dreamt that Renee was singing to her stomach instead of her boyfriend. And he was pretty much saying, "This is my baby.
You get away from us."
I'm in his blood, boo. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
Which is completely impossible, but maybe that means there's something creepy going on with her baby, and it may be a little bit of something going on there, maybe a bit of an evil baby, who knows. So a few more highlights for this episode, one being Crystal showing back up for Jason, and then him later going to threaten her family.
I'm the guy holding the gun, and I'm telling you, Crystal ain't never coming back here, and you ain't never going near her again.
And us finding out they're probably werewolves. That's going to be trouble later. And we also had my favorite scene of the entire episode, Eric and Talbot getting it on. And for some reason the king thought it was okay to leave Eric with his boyfriend. And not only was he stupid because they were messing around, but also because Eric then killed the boyfriend.
Russell took my family. Now I take his.
And it was pretty brutal. So it looks as if Eric has gotten his revenge for the king killing his Viking dad way back in the day.
Yes. No!
Our other highlight was the final fight of the evening, where Sookie and Alcide's girlfriend really got it on for what she thought was Sookie stealing her boyfriend, which is not entirely true, but maybe later, we'll see. So then we had Bill and Jessica and the king and everybody fighting, and it just ended up in a big old disaster, ending in Bill and Sookie's weird angry makeup sex. So after this episode and watching the preview for next week's episode, there are just a few dangling questions that I'm dying to hear about. So first of all, the question from actually a few weeks now, is Franklin dead or not? We need to know. So this week, Talbot kind of slipped in there all the craziness that's been going on at the King's Mansion, including that he couldn't get Franklin's brains off the sheets or something.
Franklin's brains won't wash off the guest linens. I had to bury werewolves under the gazebo, and that Sookie bit steak Lorena.
So it's not ever been said that he's actually dead, just that there's some guts around, but not the full vampire explosion of death. And next, of course, I really want to know what's going to happen to Eric. So it looks like next week's episode is a little bit more about Eric and Pam, but also someone coming to get Eric to tell him he's in big trouble. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm also curious what's going to happen, or what it means that Bill says to Sookie in the preview.
I know what you are.
And that probably means that Eric and the king and the queen also know who she is, because Sookie was previously asking Bill why they were after her and what was going on with that. So that's it for this week. As usual, check on back for more TruebieTV next week after the all-new episode. And also check out our True Blood page for more True Blood.